purpose of nominating people to the position of constables, I call upon Mr. Molinaro.
I'd like to place into nomination the following individuals for the position of constable of the City of Danbury Democratic Party. Butch Coladarchi, Fran Karras, you tell me don't call him Francis, and Gene Letts. Anybody else?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Are there any other nominations for the position of
Nominations be
constable?
closed, a single ballot be cast for the presented names.
Second.
Motion made and seconded that a single ballot be cast for the nomination of the names as presented. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Congratulations to Butch, Fran, and Gene. Thank you both, Fran and Butch, for your continued service. We look forward to continuing to work with you. For the purposes of nominating candidates for the Board of Education, Ms. Joan Belisden.
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of Board of Education, 4-year terms for the City of Danbury Democratic Party. Richard Ginelli, Jeannie Mello, Kathy Molinaro. Are there any more nominees?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Are there any other nominations for the position of Board of Education?
Will the nominations be closed, Secretary cast one ballot?
Seconded by Henry Hall. All in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Congratulations to For the purpose of nominating zoning commission alternate members.
I hereby place in nomination the following individuals for the position of zoning commission alternate for the City of Danbury, Democratic Party. Zachary Yurkes and Isaiah Smalo.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Mr. De Silva. Are there any other nominations?
Will the nominations be closed, Secretary cast one ballot?
Motion made and seconded by Linda De Silva. All in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. For the purpose of congratulations to Mosaic, who is here with us tonight, and Zachary. You're starting younger than I did. For the purpose of nominating zoning commission regular members. Ms. Kirshner?
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of zoning commission regular member of the City of Danbury Democratic Party. Andrea Gardner, Theodore Haddad Jr., Henry H. Hall, Richard Jowie, James Kelly, Martha Rhodes, Peter Ryan, and Joshua Spencer.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Richard Molinaro. Are there any other nominations?
Will the nominations be closed, Secretary cast one ballot?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Congratulations to all of you as candidates, and thank you for those who have been serving and those who will be serving. For the purpose of nominating city council members at large.
Mr. Chairman, I rise to nominate Roberto Alves, Joseph Britton, Richard Kovacs, William Love Jr., Gregory Sabo, and Robert Taversack for council at large.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Mr. Biliatino. Are there any other nominations?
The nominations be closed, single ballot be presented.
Second.
And that's been seconded. All those in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. And congratulations to all of those who are seeking the city council position. For the purposes of nominating our city council members by ward, we will take them individually, 1 through 7. Ward number 1. Mrs. De Silva.
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council, First Ward for the City of Danbury, Democratic Party. Dennis Perkins, Paul Sutherland.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Are there any other nominations? All those in favor in the first ward of Dennis Perkins and Paul R. Sutherland as city council candidates from the first ward, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
First ward only. Any first ward town committee members opposed? No, the motion carries. Congratulations to Dennis Perkins and to Paul R. Sutherland. I'm going to have everyone stand and be recognized as we conclude here. For the purposes of nominating candidates for the city council in the second ward, Mr. Gallo.
I hereby place in the nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council, Second Ward for the City of Danbury, Democratic Party. Elena Brontes, Fred Karat.
Second.
Motion made and seconded by Ken Gucker. Any other nominations? If not, second ward town committee members only. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Congratulations to both, Elena. For the purposes of nominating candidates from Ward 3, Mr. Almeida.
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council, 3rd Ward for the City of Danbury, Democratic Party. Jessica Ilul and Dicel Ith.
Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, all those from the 3rd Ward. Not necessary according to Robert's rules. All those in favor of, it's a formality if you choose to provide a second. It is not required in accordance with Robert rules to acquire a second. But we have a second anyway from Ms. Kaybeck from the 3rd Ward. Are there any other nominations for council members from Ward 3? Seeing none, all those in favor from Ward 3, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Fine. Congratulations to both Dicel and to Jessica. For the purposes of nominating candidates from Ward 4, Mr. Summer.
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council, 4th Ward for the City of Danbury, Democratic Party. John Esposito III and Thomas J. Sauer.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any other nominations from Ward 4? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Tom and John. Thank you for the purpose of nominating candidates from Ward 5, Ms. Rhodes.
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council, 5th Ward for the City of Danbury, Democratic Party. Dwayne Perkins and Frederick Visconti.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Are there any other nominations for Ward 5 City Council? Seeing none, Ward 5 members of the Town Committee, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Congratulations, Dwayne and Fred. Thank you for your continued service as well. I should have stopped after Ward 4 before I went to Ward 5 and recognized two key people who are here, who've served our city in a variety of capacities, but the longest serving member of our city council. We've just nominated again an incumbent, John Esposito III, but we need to go way back to John Esposito from the 4th Ward, my partner when we started in 1980 something. God bless you. John, please recognize. My former chief of staff and certainly the former president of the city council, a long time, two different term time member of the city council, Mr. Joe Silvacino. And with us also tonight is not only Mr. Bernie Gallo, who is a longtime member of the Democratic Town Committee, a leader on the city council for many years, but his wife, who is our registrar of voters, Marge Gallo. Moving on to Ward number 6. Mr. Hall.
I hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council, 6th Ward, for the City of Danbury Democratic Party. Benjamin Chianese and Paul Taylor Rotella.
Motion made and seconded. Are there any other nominations for 6th Ward City Council? Seeing none, all those in favor of nominating Ben Chianese and Paul Taylor Rotella, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for 6th Ward, and congratulations, Ben and Paul. Thank you for your service. Mr. Molinaro, for the purposes of nominating our candidates from Ward 7.
Hereby place into nomination the following individuals for the position of City Council in the 7th Ward for the City of Danbury Democratic Party. Timothy Gabarangi, must be a Paisan. And Richard Molinaro, definitely a Paisan. Second?
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any other nominations for Ward 7? Seeing none, all those from Ward 7 in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Say aye.
Say aye, Mr. Molinaro.
Say aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Aye, great. All those opposed? There are none. Good. Congratulations, Tim. For the purposes of nominating our town clerk, Mr. Gallo, is that you? No? I'm sorry. Oh, Farley Santos, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Please.
Farley Santos. My name is Farley Santos. I'm a member of the Town Committee from the 4th Ward, and I come before you today to nominate Joan Belizna for Town Clerk. Joan is no stranger to City Hall. She has experience working for the City of Danbury in official and office positions. Joan served as Town Clerk from April to December 2015 after Lori Kabak resigned from that position. Prior to that, she served as Deputy Democrat Registrar of Voters for Marge Gallo. While attending high school and college, Joan worked during school breaks in the probate court for her father, probate judge Julius Jules Belizna, as well as for Parks and Recreation Department. Joan knows the importance of the position of Town Clerk. The property, history, and vital statistics of Danbury and her people are kept in the Town Clerk's vault. While serving as Town Clerk, Joan continued the electronic conversion and preservation of our historical records, started by Lori Kabak. Joan's background in real estate, she is a realtor licensed in Connecticut, is an asset to this position. Currently a member of the DDTC, Joan is continuing to follow in her father's footsteps and dedication to the Democrats and all the people of Danbury. Joan is an absentee ballot coordinator for the DDTC, a position she took over in 2015 prior to being elected a member of the Town Committee in 2016. A graduate of Charter Oak College, Joan is active in our community when not working. She's a member and past president of the Lions Club of Danbury. As a Lion, she has represented Danbury on the local, state, and international level. She once spent 3 weeks in Australia and New Zealand explaining the crest on her sweater was a seal of the City of Danbury, and not the logo for an Australian or New Zealand football team. The Democrats and voters of Danbury need someone like Joan as their town clerk. Therefore, it is my honor and privilege to nominate Joan G. Belizna for the office of town clerk. Thank you.
Any member of the town committee for at-large candidates can second that motion if they choose. Mr. Sadi, thank you. Are there any other nominations for the position of town clerk?
Nominations be closed.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all those in favor of Joan Belizna becoming our candidate for our next town clerk, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Congratulations, Joan.
Johnny.
Honey. My baby kids. Thank you very much. I was told to keep it short and sweet. Thank you. I accept. This is going to be a great team effort. Go fight, win.
All right.
Thank you, Joan. For the purposes of nominating for the position of City Treasurer, Mr. De Silva.
Mr. Chair, I will be brief, but do not allow my brevity to take anything away from my nomination. I am proud to nominate Frank Salvatore for the position of Treasurer of the City of Danbury, a lifelong resident who has given back to the City of Danbury for his entire adult life for the last 33 years as a member of Waterwich Volunteer Fire Company, of which he is currently the president and a past captain. I am proud to nominate him. He will be a good steward and will make sure our books are in order.
Thank you, Mr. De Silva. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion has been seconded. Are there any other nominations for the position of City Treasurer? Seeing none, all those in favor of the nomination of Frank Salvatore Jr. to be our next City Treasurer, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Frank, congratulations. Would you like to say anything?
Frank A.
Geez, I was told to write a speech, but so that's why, yeah, it's so little. No, seriously, I am looking forward to running for city treasurer. I told the town committee a few weeks ago, tired of walking into the booth and not having a choice. So now we have a choice. I thank you for the endorsement. And Al, I'm going to work with you because I want to get you down in the corner office. Everybody else who's running for council, I want to fill these seats with you. And Joan, hopefully you and I can take a place in here too. So for the next 105 days, I plan to be as hardworking as Al is and as everybody else will be running. And I thank you for the effort.
Thank you, Frank, and thank you for your candidacy. And now for the purposes of nominating our candidate for mayor, Mr. Sadi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am pleased to place into nomination the name of someone who has served our nation for nearly 4 decades in the United States military, more than 2 decades in service to the state of Connecticut, and all that time also serving his community locally as a volunteer, as an activist, as a friend to so many, reaching out to others within the community. Al Almeida's service in uniform and his service out of uniform have prepared him to serve the people of Danbury as our mayor. Some of you may know I serve in the same unit that Al served in, the Civil Affairs Unit. I know and I meet in my travels many soldiers that Al trained, soldiers that Al served with during his multiple tours in Iraq, and have heard the hard work that he did over there in helping to rebuild parts of that nation in a very hostile environment. But even more so, seeing soldiers now who he trained and the family members that he and others helped support when those soldiers were deployed, and what they say about the experience that he has, the training that he provided to them, being invaluable to their military careers, but also as reserve soldiers. Al and others are citizen soldiers. They wear 2 hats. The hat of their community, the jacket and tie, but the uniform and the helmet. And they bring those 2 skill sets together to serve their country in uniform and to serve their community as a civilian. And Al has done that. He's committed to our city because he loves this city. It's a city that welcomed him as an 11-year-old immigrant from Portugal. He wants to give back to the community that gave him so much, but to do so in a way that ensures that future generations of native-born, multi-generations that are here, and new immigrants have that opportunity at the local level, just at the state and federal level. And not just to survive in a community, but Alice said this to me, he wants them to thrive. Because just surviving is not enough when we have so much potential in our community that can be turned into a dynamic force so that all can thrive together. And that's why this campaign, and I've heard it from Al time and time again, this is not about Democrats versus Republicans. but about a vision for the future that Al holds and wants to share with Danbury. A vision of progress in our downtown, a vision of stable property taxes, investments in the long term in education, infrastructure, and business. I'm proud to nominate Al Almeida, a citizen soldier who will apply his leadership skills that he has learned over the years in and out of uniform with compassion to the residents of this city as their mayor. And therefore, again, I'm proud and honored to nominate Al Almeida to be our Democratic candidate for the office of mayor in the city of Danbury. Thank you.
Do I hear a second? I hear a second from Mr. Molinaro. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations for the candidate of mayor?
Move nominations be closed.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of that motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all those in favor of our candidate, Mr. Al Almeida, for mayor of the city of Danbury, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
With that, our next mayor, Mr. Al Almeida.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mayor Drew, for the kind words. And also thank you to my friend Tom Sadi for the reason why he's in the reserves is because of me. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. And it happened is he just happened to be a city councilman at the time that I was part of the 411th. In 2003, we were ready to deploy, and he came over to the Reserve Center over on Commerce Park. And we started talking, and I think I got him started, but our full-time staff, I think, did the sealing and the deal. So I'm proud to have you as a brother of arms, and you're doing some great things at the 411 and continue to do that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family. We are living in some challenging times this year. This year's election, like the mayor and Mr. Sadi said, it's not about Republicans or Democrats, it's about the Danbury residents. We have the potential to set the standard for the other cities in the state of Connecticut. To do so, we must elect a new leader that has a new vision, innovation, is motivated, driven, and devoted entirely to the mission of a better Danbury. I am that person, and I know together we can do better for Danbury. I am a city taxpayer like all of you, and we have seen taxes go up and up, while city services decline every year since this administration has been in office. We should not be content to just doing okay as a city. But instead, we must strive to build a thriving, dynamic, modern city for all of our residents. Like the mayor said, the mayor's office is not a consolation prize, as he strives to other ambitions outside of Danbury. In July 2007, the city used over $40,000 of taxpayers' money to conduct a community attitude survey of approximately 2,500 Danbury residents. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to spend taxpayers' money to understand what the people of Danbury want. Danburyans don't need surveys. What they need is to be heard by our elected officials on the streets, at public hearings, and through community dialogue. Even 10 years ago, the results of this unnecessary survey predicts areas of concern today. The need of more research and development, light manufacturing. Although people are rightfully confident in our police and fire departments, there were concerns with the condition of our schools and the deteriorating city infrastructure. Residents then and now seeking greater health recreational opportunities such as more hiking trails, programs with picnic areas, swimming opportunities, bicycle lanes, or trails. Most of the residents then and now continue to express concerns with traffic safety, neighborhood blight, and with the need of improvement of downtown. When it comes to housing in Danbury, the residents overwhelmingly demanded more housing for our seniors. Today, we do not need a survey to tell us that these areas are still a concern to the citizens of Danbury. You and I see these issues every day. That is why the theme of my campaign is about the three Ds. Developing a desirable Danbury. It's all about quality of life. As your mayor, I'm committed to explore public-private partnerships to effectively manage city operations and enhance savings for taxpayers. Create a property tax commission or task force of local businesses and municipal leaders to provide recommendations to recommend economically viable means of achieving greater property tax reduction and increase accountability of public funds. Let me be sure of this. The City Hall belongs to taxpayers. I am committed to helping the City Hall 5 days a week. We also must expand early childhood programs so our children are ready to learn on the first day of kindergarten. We must secure full funding for expansion of our overcrowded schools like Rogers Park, King Street School, Shelter Rock Road, and many others are starting to bust off the seams. Develop a 5-year plan to expand current police force to the national standard of 1.8 per 1,000 residents to reduce overtime. Officers currently working doubles and triples shifts on a daily basis, creating a safety concern for officers and the public. Increase diversity in race and gender in the ranks of the department. Drive infrastructure investment through creative public-private partnership that will allow greater flexibility and increase revenues with protecting the interests of Danbury residents. Engage private experts to help design and implement more efficient ways to move traffic around and through the city-wide. Creating more bike and pedestrian pathways by implementing a bike transportation plan. More recreation facilities to include, but not limited to, more hiking trails, playgrounds with picnic area, swimming opportunities, bicycle lanes, and trails. I support a strategic taxing increment, financing that promotes our city center core development with a focus of our most neglected community. Through the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, we need to improve training for underemployed and connect them with relevant job opportunities. We must foster deeper relationships between our business community and our educational institutions to employ our own graduates. We must provide Class A office space in the city center to attract other financial corporate businesses and examine the possibility of establishing a hotel in the city center. We need a robust summer jobs program that will work towards matching employers with our youth to create year-round internships and jobs for those who would not only want to work, but need to work. This will help to eliminate and improve our youth in the streets from drug or criminal activity. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I accept the nomination for Mayor of Danbury. I stand with you all tonight. Please remember that, like you, I'm a Danburyan first and foremost. My allegiance will be to my family and to my Danbury family. Starting right now, let's make Danbury a commercial, retail, entertainment, civic and cultural hub of the region with the city center as the community's core. Let's make living, working, and learning together in Danbury our shared vision. I call this On the Way to Victory. Thank you for being here tonight, and may Danbury. May God bless Danbury, the state of Connecticut, and the United States Army. The United States of America.
We are proud that all of you have been nominated this evening by acclamation and by one vote, certainly unanimously at least. And we are delighted that we will have a Democratic team that is reflective of this community in terms of age and gender, in terms of its diversity, a full Democratic ticket, a full Democratic team where voters will have a choice come November 7th, this municipal election day. It is the first time that we as a Democratic Party have achieved a full Democratic slate to offer to the voters of Danbury in many municipal election cycles. So to the members of the Danbury Democratic Town Committee, I thank you for your work, for all of those who have assisted us as Democrats, as caring Danburyans, and people who care about our community deeply and truly want developing and more desirable Danbury. Thank you for making that possible. There being no other business that I think we as a town committee need to conduct, I need to explain that we need to recess this convention and this meeting and continue it tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. at Democratic headquarters at 161 Main Street. We will not meet here, but we will meet at Democratic headquarters for a very brief meeting because there is a question that remains as to how we proceed with the Board of Education vacancy that was created by a recent resignation. And although we've received two different legal opinions from the state of Connecticut today, we will hone in on the one that will hold water and proceed accordingly tomorrow evening and act accordingly as a town committee to be able to fill that position for the remaining 2 years of its term. As you know, incumbent member Holly Robinson needed to resign as a result of her need to relocate due to employment, and as a result we have that position and 2 years remaining in that term available and need to address that in the most effective and legal way once that's determined after the state folks put their heads together and determine which way we need to proceed. But with that and with one other position that person that we're waiting to hear from who happens to be out of town through this weekend and through this evening, we will be able to ensure that we have a full slate of 42 people running for various offices that will comprise, I believe, the majority of the elected officials by far that will govern our city in 2017 and beyond. And with that, I just want to congratulate and thank all of our candidates. And Joe, if there's anything you would need to add as a result of our discussions.
Make a motion that we recess until 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, as indicated by the chair.
That's motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion regarding that motion? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Great. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Democratic headquarters, 161 Main Street.